G'day folks, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we stumbled across the Emperor's hideout, but not before also coming across who we presumed to be Lae'zel initially, but turns out to be Orin. And she offered us a bit of a deal in exchange for Lae'zel's life. Again, very, very questionable as to whether or not Lae'zel is actually captured or what the deal is actually going on with the entire situation. But I did decide to make that deal with her to try and kill Gortash first before, you know, I guess coming back to her. And she did kind of say that she'd be happy to fight us to be the last person standing to have all 3 stones. So I think that's a bit of a benefit. If she is telling the truth about Lae'zel, then obviously we'll be able to save her life, hopefully. But yeah, anyway, focusing back on the Emperor's hideout here. So, some kind of a very secret entrance to this area. I'm not entirely sure if this is actually his hideout or if this is another area completely. It says Knights of the Shield hideout. Oh yes, that's right. This is the guild, the group that he founded, right? Knights of the Shield, like defending the city from, I can't remember what, but anyway. We did have a bit of an attack by the Gith, so I think the first order of things is a bit of looting, maybe reading, taking a look at the area before proceeding further up that way. So let's get to it. Actually, maybe one thing that we should be doing before anything else is a short rest, and that should give Will all of his spell slots back as well. But yeah, let's have a look around here. Record of operations in Neverwinter. A ledger documenting the dates of every sabotage operation in Neverwinter and the code names of the Knights of the Shield's agents involved. Makes me want to go back to play Neverwinter Nights, which I never finished. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the viewership would be on a game like that. Very old game at this point. Patriarch Correspondence. To the Honorable Lord Eomain, I have received your request for the support of the Knights of the Shield in the expansion of the fish oil trade. The Shield would not be averse to such an arrangement, but the risks it would incur rather outweigh the cut that you have proposed. In short, we are prepared to do business with you, but let us meet to hammer out the finer details. I eagerly await your response, Master Yoru Nightshade. Also guys, I just wanted to say, if my voice sounds a little bit weird, I think I'm actually coming down with a cold or something like that, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully it won't be for too long. Please find within our latest intelligence on the city's lockdown and alternative smuggling routes to the upper city. Take note and destroy after reading. The rest of the note appears to have been torn off. Investment opportunities. A ledger of potential investment leads in Kalimshan. Almravian shipyards, buy. Keltaran cattle, buy. Kalimport, sell. Manshaka, best steer clear for now. Memnon seafood, buy. Teshburl, sell. Alright. Let's check out these bodies. Ooh, look at that. Boots of psionic movement. Flying Strike. When a Githyanki casts Fly, their next melee weapon attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. Yeah, we did actually see this on the person while we were fighting them. So that could be interesting. But I suppose the initial problem that I have with it is that you would have to cast Fly and use up an action initially to get that benefit. And you only can fly for 3 turns, I think? I mean, 3 turns is not bad. Another great sword here. So I'm looking at all of this and going, that's plenty of cash. Plenty of cash to fund whatever else that we want to buy. An Archduke's Leadership, Public Works. An Archduke's Leadership, Public Works. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke Voluntary Campaign. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be public works, to ensure that the city's streets, sewers, docks, and most importantly, its walls and gates are properly maintained. No policy can be more important. Right. Let's come back down this way. Ledger of Waterdeep Debts. A ledger of debts from high-ranking officials in Waterdeep, annotated with a handwritten comment. For favors, start at top in order of descending importance.
I'll take that.
This document serves as your official order from the Knights of the Shield to undertake a critical mission in Tether. The success of this mission depends on your ability to execute your duties with utmost precision, discretion, and loyalty to the Knights of the Shield. The primary objective is to gather intelligence on rumors of an uprising in the court of Queen Rindown in Daramar, Tether. The purpose of this intelligence will be the safeguarding of our trade relationships in the region. Note, meet with members of the Order of the Silver Chalice at your discretion, but beware that allegiances may not be as they appear. Location of reserve supplies. For Knight's use only, do not distribute. Buried behind Counting House, path to Baldur's Gate near Upper City. Okay, so I guess there's some treasure buried somewhere. That's what we have Scratch for. Mahogany wardrobe. Let's see what's inside. A splendid outfit. I don't know if we should be wearing any of these. I could get Blue to wear that, potentially. Let me send that to camp. This one I'll check out. What does it look like? Very regal looking. I don't know, I much prefer this one. This one seems a little nicer and I feel like goes well with the whole sort of ranger character that we've got going. On the bloody hell, inevitability of moral decay and its benefits. Let's have a read. A lengthy essay on the inevitability, bloody hell, of moral decay, the opportunities it presents and the ways to capitalize upon them. Introduction. Chapter 1, Morality is not absolute. Chapter 2, Why moral decay is not immoral. Chapter 3, One man's decline is another man's gain. Chapter 4, Those who play and those who make the rules. Chapter 5, How to win the game. To silence. The following individuals are a threat to our operations and need to be silenced. Lillar Tharon of House Ali Bakar, Aerith of House Nashivar, Carburant of House Salamchant, Renforth the Putrid of the Cald Wizards, Lord Heketh, Harbormaster Pedersen. Inroads by arms dealer Gortash. 9 Fingers. Here follows a report on inroads upstart smuggler Enver Gortash has been making on the illicit arms trade in the Cheonthar Valley. Through inroads badly understates the case. Annexation would be more apt. The former black market leader, the Knights of the Shield, and outside the city, the Zentarim, have largely been supplanted by Gortash's operations. Illegal arms have never been a major component of the guild's business, but given this apparent ambition, it would be unwise to assume that Gortash will stop there. He bears watching closely. Bursar Ukhtar. Another key here. Did I just hear Scratch barking a little bit there? Maybe there's something around here? Or does he bark every now and then? Want to take all this junk over here and probably sell this. Alright, moving on. Let's do a quick save. Don't know what to expect behind these doors.
What's in here?
Elf Song Tavern Basement. Ah, okay. So, we do have a need to go to the Elf Song Tavern. Yeah, I guess he does bark every now and then. Oh my lord. What the hell? Okay, I was not expecting that. Those are a lot of rats. They only have like 1 HP each.
Still on my feet.
I mean... they are mostly soaked in wine and stuff, so I assume we could maybe cast Firebolt and cause like a bit of an explosion or something. Try and kill a lot of them off that way.
bleed for me.
Okay.
On the victor's path.
We would expend a spell slot here, which would be, I don't know, kind of unfortunate, if you ask me. Is there a way
Nothing important
I can
is
get
ever
Will
easy.
to have maybe a better angle on these
This
guys?
is my time.
Also, another thing is, can I reuse Spellcrux Amulet? I think I can. I don't think I've used the amulet just yet after our recent long rest, or have I? So what I could do is something like this, get maybe a couple of the barrels in the blast, and then recover our spell slots. And there'll only be like a couple left to deal with. This could perhaps be all overkill, but just trying to see if there are any rats that are not going to be affected by the blast. Or by the burning from the wine. So I want to try and get that one there. There's probably still a few that might survive. Okay, so that's a lot of dead rats. Let's maybe go this way.
2 steps at a time.
You know, I'm just sort of thinking about all of this, but I wonder if we could have spoken to these rats had we had animal speaking on, because I've completely forgotten to cast that. Yeah, who knows, but I'm gonna press on at this point.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Assuming they can't open doors, then I'm just going to simply do this.
Death won't take me yet.
And hope that they all just step through the spikes. Who else can take some
Can't give up.
actions?
I smell blood.
Karlak. Karlak can't really do anything at this point. Legacy of Avernus. Okay, yeah, that's not a projectile attack. Yeah, alright. So, if anything, we can have Karlak tanking. She doesn't need to take any actions right now, I don't think. Let's see what happens.
The blade will not bend.
Can't give up. Not now.
Job's done. Oh, actually, no. Take that back. One more.
Blood comes
I guess
easy
we can
these
just
days.
skip our turn, really. Oh yes, Karlak does take that necrotic damage if she doesn't deal damage within a turn. I forgot about that. Alright, so let's just undo that. Wow. Someone needs to clean up all these dead rats. Kind of disgusting, to be honest.
What's that?
Alright, let's hit the button and see what happens. Maybe this opens. No? I'm not sure what that does exactly. Maybe it's supposed to open and close, or maybe just open the barrel door. And maybe it doesn't do anything because we've already opened it from the other side. Could be. Bit more food, why not? Right, let's get going. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here. So I'm just making sure that if we get into a sticky situation, we can always sort of reload if we need to. Okay, so let's do speak with animal before I forget here, because I feel like that was potentially a missed opportunity before. Oh, what's going on? There's some kind of combat going on. What is happening right now? Are they trying to get to us, or? I don't really get what's going on there. Because everyone's in panic mode now.
Must be lovely to have a swim without boiling all the fishes alive.
They've killed something. Yeah, there must be something going on somewhere.
It might work, but I also might cook you like lobsters.
Found the hay. Makes me wonder how they knew it was still men.
What the hell just happened? Hang on.
I'm sure she left some hair. Or teeth.
Mind Flayer must feed sweet cranial nectar. I wonder if this is the Mind Flayer that we saved. I don't know where all of that fighting happened, actually. Hopefully it hasn't killed off anything important. There's a dead guy here. And someone dead up there as well. I might just see what happens if we reload. I just want to see if we can spot the entire battle that just happened. I wonder if there's a way we can save people. Maybe I'm paying for the mistakes that I made with the Mind Flayer from Rivington. Maybe this is a direct consequence.
One day I'll catch a break.
over here in us. And don't push. There's enough for everyone for John.
I'm never eating at the elf song again. What if there were bits?
Yeah, there's some shaking and stuff. Oh god. No. No.
I have supped well. Thoughts, emotions, memories, the experiences of the mature, the dreams of the young. Exquisite, all of it. I look forward to more.
You recognize the newborn mind flare from the windmill before. It seems it has been busy.
Justice does not entail granting mercy to monsters. We should not have let this abomination go free.
Can I... maybe there's no way that I can save any of these folks. Could there be an opportunity if I go back to the windmill in Rivington? Would I still find the Mind Flayer there? Or perhaps maybe that ship has sailed because I've already gone into the lower city. I'm just gonna see if I can rush into this house.
Nothing good, though.
I'm never eating at the elf song again. What if there were bits?
Yeah, okay. No chance. No chance. 1 second, guys. So, I am going to just check on the windmill in Rivington. Who knows? Who knows? There might still be a way. But I'm thinking I'm gonna have to live with my my very, very poor decisions. Alright, so... Rivington. Feels bad. Feels bad, man. If we can't save these guys, then I'm gonna kill the Mind Flayer before it does any further damage.
Never wanted the easy path.
But we'll see. With any luck. Yeah, there's a few things that we need to do here.
Sounds pleasant to swim with you at a distance.
Spring for you too. It might work.
Let me just take a look here. Why do we have all sorts of objective markers here for... I feel like this one, for instance, the bookseller at Sorcerer's Sundries. Surely that's not supposed to be here. Go check it out, but anyway, let me just have a look inside here, see what's going on.
This could spell trouble.
Okay, alright. Alright. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to live with the consequences. Hopefully the family wasn't super critical in the story or anything like that, but I know that Baldur's Gate is incredibly hard to break, even if you know, killed off quite a lot of important characters. I'm gonna ignore all of the... Oh, actually no, I'm not going to ignore all of the shaking and all that sort of stuff, because I think the Mind Flayer may actually make its way out and try to attack more people. So I'm gonna see if we can just go into the house and immediately deal with it. How much HP does this Mind Flayer have?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
No, 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 no. Don't go out.
I have supped well.
You recognize...
Justice does not entail granting mercy to monsters. We should not have let this abomination go free.
Absolutely. I should have stopped you while I had the chance before.
But you did not. You aided me. Only a fool would have sought to impede progress. Evolution.
Nope. We are taking you out now.
Diverse flavors to be found in a mind. Poetry, perversion, and all in between. This city will have much to offer.
Who were these people?
Meals, energy, repurposed for a higher calling. Do not dwell on the fate of cattle.
Well, here goes nothing. Yeah, I hope we don't get into, like, trouble with the Steel Watch or anything. Yeah, okay, they're going to be assisting us. So...
This is my time.
Let's get in there.
Well, so much for peace.
Blue. Let's do... Hunter's Mark. And... can I get into a better position?
Hope your soul is in good hands.
Actually, I haven't looked at whether or not this guy has any specific things that we need to have to deal with. It doesn't seem like it. They've got magic resistance, so maybe physical attacks would be better. Do hamstring shot, although I can't remember, do these guys teleport around? A decent amount of damage. Do we have psionic resistance? Or sorry, psychic resistance. This could be a good option for us. Once every short rest. What does he have at the moment? Slashing. We might not take that short rest after this though, depending on how this fight goes. Let's not worry about it.
Bye forever, pal.
I mean, we might even end this right now. Okay. Well, the steel watch wasn't even needed. But I have definitely failed this family, though. Feels bad. Feels bad.
These things have stayed interesting.
But you know what? That means we can take a look around. As long as people don't really see us. Who's this?
I'm spent. I should unwind.
Examine. So this is the person, the... Oh, no, no, no. This is what we fed it. Yes, yes. Let's take that. Absolute Orders, Newborn. True Soul, Alien. Your time has come. The Absolute calls to all faithful, and you have been faithful indeed. Leave your barracks, leave your armor, leave all insignia of rank behind. You are part of the Flaming Fist no longer. You have been a loyal True Soul. But soon you will be so much more. You will be one of us. A Mind Flayer brain? It has a orange outline though. Oh, maybe to consume it means that we would get like another... like illithid power or something. Is that right? I mean, I'm not really wanting to cultivate any more of our illithid powers, so I might not worry about that. Okay. Amberst's Ledger. A tailor's record of customers and jobs. Leafing through the pages, it seems he's clothed everyone from the upper city's finest to passing sailors who needed their uniforms patched. By all accounts, he enjoyed a brisk trade until recently, when paid in full, started to give way to IOUs. Ooh, a lot of dyes here. Metal to camp. Fables of Faerun, Volume 2, The Daring Duergar. Can't remember if we've read this one. In the deep city of Gracklstugh lived a young Duergar named Shul, who could conjure eerie whispers in his brother's minds. Eager to develop his psionic powers and take over his clan, he asked the Godfather who could teach him further. This seems very familiar. Yep, I think we have read that. So, assuming that no one's watching,
I don't need any attention right now.
we should be able to rummage through.
How they knew it was still me.
Oh, you can tell all sorts with technology these days.
Just a regular old copper ring there.
Very well. Wish I had a bag of holding.
In the shape of the absolute
I always said the elf was haunted.
Oh man, the kid. Ugh. Are any of these guys worth speaking to? These guys would highlight green, right? If they were worth speaking to.
I'm never eating at the elf again. What if there were...
Oh man. Boy oh boy. A gorgeous maroon dye.
What's that?
I'll take that then. Oh, I thought it was food.
Makes me wonder how they knew it was still.
Ambrust. My organization helped with your finances on the understanding that you'd repay your debt promptly. Imagine my disappointment when that debt came due and instead of a sack of coin, all you sent me was a string of wet excuses. Now I know you're an honest man who loves his family, so you'll work hard to put things right between us, but I can't ignore a missed payment. My people will be there tomorrow to collect a late fee, and they'll come back every 10 days until you clear your debt, or they're forced to terminate our contract. I hope I've made myself clear. Keen, the Guildmaster. On the back of the letter is a scrolled record of money and treasures squirreled away, slowly increasing but dipping dramatically every 10 days. It never gets close to the total circled at the bottom of the page. Oh. I feel like I could have helped these guys out, maybe, with the guild. Sorted their problems out. The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebro Morrow, Volume 4. Oh, hang on. We have more fights going on. Whenever I hear, like, shaking and stuff like that, that probably means that there's, like, fighting going on somewhere. Sure. Let's have a read. Not sure if we've read this one. To Fall Forever. Yeah, I think we have seen this one. Yep. Tim's notebook. The journal is filled with sketches of dresses, notes on unusual stitches, and several intricately detailed embroidery patterns. Journey through the jungle. I think I have read that one. There goes a bit more shaking again. Well, look, I feel really bad about the Mind Flayer here, but whatever other, like, fights that are going on elsewhere, I'm sure I'm not responsible for that, right? Right? Oh, Lord. Okay, so we got very, very distracted there, but I want to sort of go back to where we were. And I really just want to have a chat with some of these cats and have a look around the tavern. But then when we went back to Rivington, it seems like there was quite a few things that have updated there that we should try and do. Anyway, let's start with having a chat with these cats, seeing where we get from there. Zambomba.
The rats are dead. Your performance is adequate, servant.
You were only doing your job, but still, thanks for killing those rats. Now I can repose decorously in peace.
I wonder if we could have spoken to these guys first and then dealt with the rats later, whether or not we would have gotten a reward as a result.
Rovia burned the bullier base again, and now I have to scrub the pot. Some chef he is.
And apparently, like, from what I was hearing out here, some people are really not happy with the food. I mean, considering the number of rats that we saw down in the basement, I can't be surprised why.
Oi! We got rats in cellar. We also got cats, but cats are useless. So how about you kill the rats?
Oh, he's one of the guys that are on the list. Good news, Chef. I've already killed the rats.
You did? Very clever. Good job. Yes. Here, you take this.
Nice. But should we warn him about, you know, the killer?
Hi, you already got paid. No more work here. Plenty of rats elsewhere in the city. Go kill those.
For a chef, why does he need like a giant axe behind him? I wonder if this is a good idea to do or not, to tell him. And whether or not that's going to make a positive or a negative difference, you know? I don't suppose Shadowheart needs the Idol of Shar anymore. She's obviously completely done with that part of her life at this point. Well, like everything else, I feel like in the most recent episodes here, I'm just gonna have to take a risk and see what happens. So let's warn him. Chef, your name is on a murderer's target list.
Rats? Murderers? Always knew the chef gig wasn't going to be easy. Do not worry. Chef Revere's eyes will be kept peeled for murdering types.
Elfsong Tavern. I thought we had a quest here in the Elfsong Tavern, or was that simply just to speak to the chef? Possibly. Let's look around for a little bit more.
Must be lovely to have a swim without boiling all the fishes alive.
Sounds pleasant to swim with you. At a distance. It's usually so freezing.
Don't ask me to make a hot spring for you two. It might work, but I also might cook you like lobsters.
Dura Thumbfoot.
Pardon me, sir. You look prosperous. I'll bet you have someone who'd like a nice piece of jewellery. At discount price. For a good cause.
Oh. What is this good cause?
Escape. Escape from Baldur's Gate for my husband and me. Lord Gortash wants Marek's head, so we have to get out. There's a smuggler's sloop leaving for Waterdeep with 2 berths left. But the captain wants a fortune for him. This necklace is all I have.
Again, I feel like I'm making some decisions here that I don't know what the outcome's gonna be, but I can give this person 200 gold. Yeah, keep your jewelry here for your troubles.
I don't know what to say, except thank you. Thank you so much.
Again, hope I haven't doomed her to die or anything. Des Canshaw.
What? Another? Should I have another? Oil me to preserve me, I need the courage.
Will another drink solve your problems?
No, sir. We abandoned our farm when the Absolute Army marched in. We used to sell our barley to the brewer who makes this very beer. That's all over now.
We? Who went with you?
Family's upstairs, exhausted. I'm Des Canshaw, with a wife, 2 kids, and another on the way. Oldest boy, Corson. He means well, but he eats as much as the rest of us put together. I have to find him a place here.
Why would we be asking him if he can fight? I mean, yes, because there's a war, but would that mean he would aid us, for instance? Found any opportunities for him?
A fancy feller called Three-Piece wants to place Corson as a cleaner in the counting house. But I don't trust him. Maybe I should just join the Flaming Fist and take the signing bonus. What else can I do?
Wow, I feel like we're making decisions on a lot of different people's lives here. I don't know how I feel about all of this. Would this make him go out into the wilds? I don't know how I feel about that. So the Ilmater Temple, I think we've resolved their issue with the doppelgangers, right? Like, but would it be safe to send him there? Sounds better than having them work for a crook. Or work for the Fist. Unless, I'm just sort of having a thought here, guys. Unless towards the end we see a battle break out between the cultists and the Flaming Fist. And perhaps maybe they might need the numbers. And depending on what we do here might determine, you know, how many people are going to actually be fighting with the Flaming Fist. Anyway. I'm gonna do option 3 here. I hear the Ilmater Temple at Worms needs volunteers. They don't pay, but at least the boy will eat.
Ah, that's a solid tip. Could work out for a gentle kid like Corson. Thanks, stranger. You helped settle my mind. Thanks are all I have to offer, though. May Ilmater bleed for you.
Okay, it's for his son, though. And
this is a crime scene. No admittance.
A crime scene.
We can let them pass.
Okay. But yeah, I'm happy that we're at least making sure that he stays out of danger. At least that.
Hungry, friend? You will be when you see what Chef Rovere's cooked up for you.
Sorry, at least that's what I think will happen. Dareth? Oh, Dareth!
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Made it out of the Underdark in one piece, I see. I owe you a debt of gratitude, believe it or not. When you healed my husband, Balin, I thought my life was over. Turns out, it was just beginning.
I admit, I was worried about the two of you.
You should have been. Balin was an awful, violent man. Would have killed me if I stayed. And truth be told, if you hadn't healed him, I might have done the same to him. You don't realise how much your life is choking you until you can breathe again. Turns out I didn't hate life. I hated that life. I don't have much now. but a bit of peace is worth an awful lot.
Glad to see you're doing well.
You know what? So am I. And I hope Balin finds his peace while he still can, too. It's nice to see a familiar face. After living a hand's breadth away from Balin most of my life, I've forgotten how to be alone. Maybe I'll get to courting after a little while. Then again, maybe I'll just get a cat. You take care now, all right? Be sure you do. Life's too short not to.
Okay. Wasn't a really bad outcome. I remember dealing with the two of them and, you know, deciding to heal Balin. And a lot of people were maybe not too happy with the choice that I made. Again, it's one of those choices that I just decided to live with. Man, so many people here. Do I need to be here with anyone in particular, I wonder? Just trying to think of whether or not I need to have...
Are you funny enough to cause a laugh riot? Come on in and challenge the house comedian.
Oh. Yeah, just not entirely sure if I need someone specific for any particular quest that's upcoming. Man, we can speak to all of these people, apparently. Oh, Larixa's here. Managed to get in. I almost forgot, guys. But there is one other thing that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it pretty quickly. And that is to go back to camp and have a chat with, quote-unquote, Lae'zel. Oh my god, there's blood.
A letter from Orin.
Gortash's metal mannequins will not dance to your tune. They will only dance to his. To set yourself against their steel is to invite domination. So why slice the strings of one when you might make one cut to sever them all? Seek the blackened heart of their foundry and tear it out. Then the lordling will play puppet master no more. Orin.
I brought my own pairing.
Okay, where's Lae'zel normally stationed? Oh, here, right? She's not here anymore. Damn it. And I assume I can't... Yeah, okay, I can't access all of her gear or anything like that from here. So she's literally gone. Okay, we're gonna have to try and prioritize saving her. Oh, goodness. Are people gonna say anything about the situation?
We can't just let Orin take one of our own, even if it's Lae'zel. We have to rescue her, or kill Gortash in order to win her freedom.
You know, my preference is to just rescue her initially. But I don't mind killing Gortash.
Damn it all! We've got to get Lae'zel back. If that means killing Gortash, nothing would give me greater pleasure.
Will Orin truly free Lae'zel if we slay Gortash? I'm not so sure. A rescue may be in order.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, there's no guarantee that she would actually be released.
The great Orin the Red tugs your sleeve, sulking for attention. She might come to regret it yet. Lizelle will not break easily. But Orin will only enjoy her work the more for that if we give her the time.
Come for a chat?
I wonder if we should make her leave.
Bloody shape-shifting freak! No one takes my Gith Yankee and gets away with it!
I guess the entire party's pretty fond of Lae'zel. I'm surprised they didn't take Astarion.
You almost pity Orin, taking Lae'zel like that. Give her half a chance, and she'll rip out the shapeshifter's spine.
If, you know, we're assuming that it's the person with the lowest approval rating, for instance, but, anyway. Gale?
Lae'zel was a formidable addition to our party. Our odds without her are diminished. We should consider Orin's terms carefully, however distasteful we may find them.
I say we try to rescue her. But we don't even know if that's possible. Anyway, I think we're done here. Let's go back. I just wanted to check in at the camp to see, you know, if there's a possibility to, you know, see what's going on with Lae'zel. I guess maybe the Lae'zel that we had in the camp was a doppelganger, or perhaps maybe there is still another doppelganger.
You talk about the honor of your order, but what about my honor? I made a deal.
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
Settle down, you two. People are trying to drink here. What's this about?
My sister Gerva has talked me into joining her Holy Helm Order, but I got a job to finish first.
Breaking the knees of debtors for the guild isn't honest work, and you know it. That's why you're giving it up.
But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. It's like an oath or something. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness?
If he wants to join an Order of Helm, it sounds to me Stug has to give up knee-breaking effective immediately.
You know that's right, Stug. If Uktar sends someone after you, I'll back you up. And so will the rest of the knights.
You say that now, but you haven't met Uktar's enforcer, Elliot. No, you're right. I'm sick of the whole business. If Elliot comes looking for me, we'll find a way to deal with him.
Oh boy, I feel like I am potentially dooming some people to some really, really bad fates here, but, oh well. What about these two?
Archduke? Lord Gortash is a trifle young for that, don't you think? Not that anyone cares what you think, or me for that matter.
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head?
Okay, so not everyone's happy about Gortash being Archduke. Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Increase in missing persons alarms families. Sudden earthquakes shaking our homes. Does the counting house sink deeper with each new gold coin? Could your spouse be a secret cultist? Elf Song Tavern kicks off new competition. Join the Laugh Riot now. Old Garlow's place occupied by vandals. Garlo's place. Is this the... I'm trying to remember if this was the toy maker. Anyway, too much haddock? Make fish cakes.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town. But now I'm a new man.
A new man? Who were you when you were an old man?
A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
Okay. That was a weird conversation. And still, plenty of people to speak to. We are going to do that, obviously, but I reckon I'm going to take a break here, guys. Kind of need to rest my voice a little bit with getting a little bit under the weather here. So I do apologize if I sound a bit weird. Oh, hang on. There is Larixa. Just need to make sure that we speak to Larixa in the next episode as well. I guess she just moves around. Maybe she works here or something. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Drop me a like down below if you did. As usual, stay true. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.